What will be the elite anglers' expenses in 2025 now that they don't have any entry fees? That's what we're going to talk about right now. If you like this kind of content, click that like and subscribe button, become part of the team and family, and thank you. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you to the new members. Thank you to all the people who comment. I really do appreciate it. I get up in the morning and that's the first thing I do, reply to comments. And I so appreciate it. Sometimes it takes me a little longer than I want, but I always told you that I would reply to as many as I can. And I try to. And I respect your take and respect your opinion and love to learn and hear from you. So keep sending me those comments. But if you're not a subscriber, you're one of those 80% that watch the video, shame on you. You should be part of the team and the family. It's easy, quick, and it's free. So click the button, subscribe, and welcome to the team. Yes, Bass removed no entry fees, giving the anglers a positive of $45,000 to start the 2025 season. But we have to remember that the anglers still have expenses. So in this video, we're going to look at some of the expenses and then also where those anglers need to finish to try to become profitable. But remember, it is all about sponsorship. If an angler cashes a check, it's an added bonus. There are few anglers that go the whole year without sponsors and are strictly relying on cashing a check. Because if you are, you're going to be unsuccessful. Or the chances are you're going to be unsuccessful. The elite field is as good as it's ever been. Before the merge and after the merge. There are rookies and anglers that are just fantastic, amazing, stud anglers. And while anglers rely on those sponsorships, getting that bonus or that payout or that check is a bonus to their bottom line. And I think the biggest thing, or one of the biggest things that people aren't remembering in this no entry fee for bass, is that I think now this will allow anglers to step outside their comfort zone and start fishing other trails that they will pay entry fees and have the opportunity to make more money. And we have to remember, anglers have expenses. Even though they don't have entry fees, you still have lodgings and you have gas for the truck and you have gas for the boat and you have a boat payment and you have a truck payment and you do lodgings and food and water and expenses and tackle. Not everything is given to all elite anglers. Some of them do pay for a lot of stuff. Or they have a sponsor that gives them free product, but maybe they might not make a chatterbait, so they have to buy chatterbaits. It does happen. Not everything is given to elite anglers. Some of them get almost all of it for free. There's others that are on the bottom, or the middle bottom, that probably have to pay for a majority of their tackle. Their rods, their reels, their electronics. And when you start adding all of that up, those expenses add up very quickly. So if we just do a rough estimate and say the average angler is going to spend $2,500 to $3,000 in all those expenses, that seems kind of legitimate. I recently did a video talking about how much it would cost. And I was told by way too many anglers that I was way off on gas prices. That a majority of anglers end up spending up to $1,000 per tournament just in gas on their boat. And that's a lot of money. But if we just take it as each angler is going to spend $3,000 at every tournament for all of the stuff, insurance, everything, lodgings, all that stuff, that comes to a bottom line of to break even without sponsors at $27,000. And I think that's low, to be honest. I think there's some places where you might get away with it, that it might be less. But in general, I think $3,000 probably is right around the middle of the road. You have 9 tournaments at $3,000, it's 27 grand. Now, to make 27 grand on the elites this year, you must finish in the top 23. Now, I really want you to think about that. 23, Michael Jordan, doesn't seem horrible. At 23, you have 23% chance to make a check, and you're fishing against snipers. I want you to think about that. Just think about 23 anglers that you think you might beat. You have 10 assassins coming in from the rookie class that, while you might not know their names now, there's 5 or 6 of them that probably can make a check week in and week out. You have last year's rookie class, which was, without a doubt, the best rookie class of all time. 9 of them made the Classic. Now add in anglers like the Johnston brothers, Jay Shakuret, Patrick Walters, Chris Zaldane, Lee Livesey, John Cox, Brandon Palaniuk, Greg Hackney, Seth Feider, Jason Christie, Brandon Card, Bill Lowen, John Cruz, Scott Martin, Mike Iaconelli, Gerald Swindle. And now you think you're going to be in that top 23. Just the 2-year rookies alone are 18, 19 absolutely unbelievable anglers. And throw in that other group. And to be profitable, you need to be in 23rd or better in every tournament. You can't have a bad tournament. And that would make you break even without sponsors. When you start thinking about it that way, and you start realizing how tough it'll be this year, and while it's a great step forward to get those entry fees paid up front and not have them, in my opinion, this year is going to hurt more anglers than help them. And I believe we're going to see more people drop out after 2025. And that might be what Bass wants. It makes sense to shrink the field to maybe 70 or 80 anglers instead of 100. But I think this year, anglers are going to take a beating. And fishing the elites will even be more expensive than ever. Because the upper anglers have been feeding on the bottom anglers since the inception of bass fishing. And the guys who are on top have never worried about entry fees. And while this might give them a little bit of help, when you start looking at the payouts and how the whole payout thing works, those anglers are actually losing money at the same time too. I think 2025 is going to be really fun to keep in touch and watch and listen to. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the anglers have the anglers' perspective on how it went. Because right now, there's some anglers who are talking, and there's some anglers who have always been vocal who aren't, because they're worried that they're going to get fined. But 2025 for the elites is going to be fun. Get ready. Get your popcorn. It's going to be a good show. What do you think? Is it possible? Do these anglers accept defeat and then say we need to make a change? Does Bass come back and make a change? Do you think this will be one of the years that we see more turmoil for the elite anglers because of payouts alone? That's what I want to know in the comments below. So comment below and tell me what you think. Remember, take a kid fishing, get your fish on. I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers, thank you, and tight lines.